guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm actually doing a little deck profile that a little friend of mine wanted to see, and so I thought, why not try and create it and show it off. And so today we have the Star Wars deck, aka Kozmo. Kozmo is actually quite a lot of fun. I've been playing it a little bit, probably had like maybe a day total worth of playtime with it, but with that one day I've spent probably a good amount of time going against different other decks and defeating even meta decks. I know I defeated a Zodiac, Invoke deck, a Dragon Link deck. It's been a little crazy, but it's a lot of fun. So let me go ahead and get started. We run one copy of Kozmo Dark Eclipser. Dark Eclipser cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects, and during either player's turn, when a trap card is activated, you can banish a Kozmo from your graveyard to negate it, and then destroy it. If it is destroyed by power card effect inside the graveyard, you can banish it and add a level 8 or lower Kozmo monster from your deck to your hand. So it's a 3,000 beater that cannot be targeted by card effects, can negate trap cards, which isn't too well, but the reason we run one copy of it is because, Eldritch is still running around, plus there's a few generic trap cards which are overall pretty good. Torrential Tribute. And on top of that, it searches on death. So it's a really good card. Triple copies of Kozmo Dark Destroyer. Another 3,000 beater that, when it's doing a special, you can target one monster field and destroy it. So it's good removal. You can't target with card effects, and if it's destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon one level 7 or lower Kozmo monster from your deck, but you have to banish it from the graveyard. So the reason why this is at 3 is 3,000 beater, can't be targeted, and can destroy when it's normally specialed. And we'll be able to get this out very frequently. One Kozmo Forerunner. It's not too much of a go-to card needed, but it's a 2,800 beater that during your standby you gain 1,000 life points, which is, it doesn't sound like a great effect, but when you look at Kozmo and you're seeing that you're dealing damage to yourself to activate some card effects, this 1,000 is actually pretty good. And then when it's destroyed without a card effect, you can special summon level 6 or lower Kozmo from your deck. So it's still one of those very good extenders, really decent attack, and one of the better effects if you're going to be using the effects that deal damage to you. One Landwalker, similar to how Forerunner, it's not the greatest Kozmo card in the deck, but 2,400, and then it kind of protects your other Kozmo cards, especially if you're to destroy everything. So let's say I would have a Dark Eclipser, Dark Destroyer, and Landwalker, and then I guess a Kozmo Town. Your opponent activates, let me think of a Pyro Phoenix. It's the best card I can think of for whatever reason. To destroy all your cards, I can just destroy the Kozmo Town, use Kozmo Town's floating effect instead, and protect my other monsters. But let's go on. This card is destroyed by a card effect. It's in graveyard, banish it, and use special summon level 5 or lower from the deck. Pretty good effect. Dogfighter, level 6. This one's probably one of my favorites, and the reason being is just because it's some of the free token during the standby phase. So I don't know. I just like this card effect overall. And if it's destroyed by a card effect, you can banish it and special summon level 5 or lower Kozmo from the deck. Double Slip Rider, which you can honestly run this down to 1 and put a second copy of Dogfighter or Landwalker if you really want to use Landwalker more. But if it's more special, you can target one spell or trap in the field, destroy it. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, send it to graveyard, banish it, and special level 4 lower Kozmo from the deck. So it's going to be good for removing the back row. But if you know you're going against Eldritch, you're probably going to not use this, rather you're going to rather be wanting to use Dark Eclipser way more. Double copies of Dark Lady. Some people put her at 3. And I can understand why, but I put her at 2 just for a little bit more consistency and with the traps you're going to have to put in. But basically, quick effect, banish it, special on level 6 or higher Kozmo from your hands. And then once per turn, when a monster effect is activated, you can pay 1,000 to negate the activation and destroy a monster. So it's really good overall for negating monster effects. That's why people run it at 3. I just run it at 2 just because I don't know. I'd rather run 2 than 3. But it's just down to preference at that point. Double copy of Kozmo Farm Girl. During either player's turn, and this is for every level 4 or lower, you can banish the card and special summon level 4 or higher Kozmo from your hand. You only use effective Farm Girl once per turn, and then when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can pay 500 and add a 1 Kozmo card from your deck to hand. You're not going to release the effect too much because it's a 1,500 beater. You're not really going to beat over anything, but if you do get that attack in, it's a free add 1 to hand. One copy of Sword Troopers. Really good card effect overall with this one. Like I said, banish it, special low 4 higher from your hand. But its other effect is that once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points and target 1 Psychic Kozmo monster in your graveyard to special summon it. That's really good overall looking at the entire deck. Triple copies of Strawman and Tin Can. Both of these are probably the best overall for the level 4 lowers. Strawman, or I'm going to call it Stickman, honestly. Banish it, but to special summon level 3 or higher from your hand. And once per turn, you pay 500 life points to target one of your banished Kozmo monsters, special summon it. But effects are also negated, and it's destroyed during the end phase. Why is that one of the best ones? Well, all of these are banishing them to get your other ones out. So you get to basically bring this out, and then once it's destroyed by card effect, in the graveyard, it's going to activate its floating effect. So this is just basically giving you whole free advantage for only at the cost of 500 life points. That is nothing at all. On Tin Can, banish it spells on level 2 or higher. So basically, this can get out anything from your hand with ease. And then during the end phase, you can pay 500 life points to reveal 3 Kozmo cards with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one, which is the only unfortunate part, and you get to add to hand while you send the rest to the graveyard. So this and Sword Troopers kind of pair together, which is why some people run Sword Troopers at 2. If you're running 2 Sword Troopers, I would reduce Strawman or Stickman to 2, to put 2 Sword Troopers. But honestly, Strawman is probably the best one overall. Tin Man's a good second, and Sword Troopers is like your third one. On triple copies of Lower Darkness, we don't really care about it being banished because we can just bring it right back. So it's just a good free draw too, and since most of our stuff is dark anyways, we're going to basically just get free advantage. Pot of Extravagance, again, this is another draw 2 for us. Overall, you know, it's just a draw 2. And you don't really use the extra deck too often unless you want to go into the Nightmares. Or, if you want to be really saucy, you can use the 2 level 6s if you have. Potentially one of the, if you reduce it and add an extra Dogfire Landwalker, you can make it 3 of. To get out Cyber Dragon Nova to Infinity, then assuming you use Affinity's effect to attach a creature to it, attack, you can go into Zeus with 5 materials onto it already. So Zeus will have 2 nukes basically prepared. 1 copy of Terraforming, this pairs with 3 Kozmo Town. I know a lot of decks don't like to run multiples of their field spell. However, this deck basically wants the field spell always active. And since we don't have an inherent searcher for it, like Salads or Ignister or Marincess, I added 3 of it plus a Terraforming just so I can try to constantly get it on the field. Yeah, it can brick at times. However, when you look at what it can do, it's really worth it. 1 copy of E-Teleport because everything here is Psychic, except for our level 8 and higher. Well, level 5. Well, somewhere level 5 is good. Triple Kozmo Town, which is probably one of the most amazing field spells I've ever heard. Once per turn, target one of your banished Kozmo monsters. You get to return to hand. You do lose life points equal to level times 100. But you can reveal any number of Kozmo monsters in hand, shuffle the deck, and draw cards equal to the number of cards you shuffle into the deck. Then, if it's destroyed, you get to add a Kozmo card from deck to hand. Keep in mind, this doesn't say that you can't add Kozmo Town. So if Kozmo Town is destroyed, like I said from Landwalker, you can add a Kozmo Town from your deck to your hand once it's destroyed. So it just floats into itself. Double copies of Ice Dragon's Prisons. Just overall really good removal. Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon to your field, but effects are negated. Then you can banish 1 monster from both players' fields that have the same type as each other. I use this against the invoked Zodiac player. He went to Makaba, and he had a different machine in the graveyard. I think it was one of the Kaijus. Let me confirm that. Yeah, it was this one. The Star Destroying Kaiju. And so what I did is I just special summoned his Kaiju to remove his Makaba off it, because he didn't have any traps in hand. 3 Torrential Tribute. Overall, it's a really good interruption, and since these cards float in on their death, you just get free advantage off of it. Double Kozmo Joe. You honestly run this at 3 and reduce Torrential Tribute down to 2. Target 1 Kozmo you control, destroy it. If you do, banish 1 card from your opponent's controls or in their graveyard. So it's a really good interruption overall. And then double copies of Kozmo Warring. I don't really see many people run this card. If you run Kozmo, leave down a comment why you guys don't really run this much. But I run it because it basically stops any floating effects that your opponent may have. Monsters destroyed by battle with Kozmo monsters you control are shuffled in the deck instead of going to the graveyard. Any floating effect at that point is just null and void. Nothing happens. And they can't use it from the graveyard as a resource. Even better, let's say you're going against an extra deck monster, like for example like a Shadowhaunt. They don't get their spell back, and they don't get any other effect possible. It's just one of the better cards I've seen. Then you can banish this from the graveyard. The first time you take battle damage from a battle involving Kozmo monster this turn, you gain that much life points instead. let's take a look at this 0, 0 right here. Let's just attack into, let's say, oh god, what's an average? 2,800 to 3,000. So yeah, it's gained 3,000 life points. Not I'm not highlighting that as the best effect, but it's something that you can do in addition to its first effect, which overall is really good. For the extra deck, we have one copy of AA Zeus. I feel like everyone knows what this does by now. It's not shocking. One copy of Utopia Beyond. It takes 2 level 6. When this card is summoned, the attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls becomes 0. Really good effect right off the bat. Once per turn, quick effect, you attach one to this card, then target one face effect you control, one Utopia monster in your graveyard, banish first target you do, special on the second target, then gain 1250. Honestly, I'm just using it for its first effect. Attack in, deal free 3,000. Main phase 2 Zeus. One copy of Photon Strike Bowser, really good monster negate that also does damage. 2 Infinity and double Nova. I told you guys what this is for. You basically get a Zeus with 5 materials. 1-0 Boros, because this is a really good card overall, especially with the errata to where it just comes back during either player's standby phase. 1 Boral Sword, 1 Appaloosa, 1 of each Nightmare, 1 IP, and 1 Relinquish in mana. And then for the side deck, and I wanted to introduce the side deck for this one because there's so many options you can do with it, and I understand some people may not like the lack of hand traps. This one I just didn't really feel like I needed to put it in, but just in case, I want to tell you guys what you can do. The hand traps, you're mostly going to put Ash or Droll in, and depending on how many you want, you're going to take out a certain amount of cards. So let's say you want to put in, I don't see why you would put in only 1 Droll, so I'm just going to go right off the bat and just skip it right to 2. If you want to put in 2 Droll, you can easily remove like 1 pot of Extravagance and possibly the Terraforming, and there you go, you have 2 Droll. Let's say you want to put in 2 Ash, same thing, Ash and Terraforming, Extravagance, Terraforming. Let's say you want to put in a Feather Duster. You can easily remove a Slip Rider and put a Feather Duster in, but if you do that, I would suggest removing a Terraforming and adding a Dog Fighter, just so that way you have another level 6 to go into. Dark Ruler no more. For the 3 of it, I'll probably say remove 1 Torrential, 1 Extravagance, and the Terra, so that way you have a really good going second. Pot of Prosperity, take out the Extravagance entirely and put in Prosperity. Prosperity is really good for searching, while Extravagance helps you just draw into more cards. Skullmeister. Skullmeister is kind of like a hard choice for me. I know you can run it in, but it's kind of a hard choice of what you would take out, so I think you would just leave it at the preference. But with that being said, let me go ahead and get up into the duel. Let's go first. Not too bad of a starting hand. It could be a lot better, though. We'll set Icy Prison, go into our Kozmo Tin Can, end phase, we'll let him pick our card, take 500. Want to get a Kozmo Town or Kozmo Morning. I guess for the third one, we'll go ahead and try to grab us a, oops, we don't have, but these can get out any of the other ones, so it doesn't matter. We'll try to get us a Dark Destroyer, so either way, we get a, ooh, that's probably the best one. That was probably our best possible choice. Upstart, that's fine. Well, doesn't that suck? And I know what I'm going against. We're into this again. Welcome to Sky Striker. You guys wonder why Engage is banned? Here you go. I can honestly go into my Dark Lady just to prevent any more card effects from happening. I should have done it earlier then. Okay, we'll go into Dark Lady now, just in case he tries to do something. Some sorceress of all things. Okay. That's fine. It's also fine. Okay, that's all good. Don't know which effect it's going to activate. I'll assume the second one. Oh, so we activate. 8,000 negated. So that way, at least, there's some form of interruption. Yeah, I'll take damage, which is the unfortunate part, but then he still has that. But removing multi-roll will probably be the best bet. As much as I really want to remove his face down because I don't know what it is, using this and then removing his I can't. Oh, there's level 5. That's right. This is 6 or higher. Well, either way, it might be a trap card, so this will work. That won't do. Max C, that's okay. Out of Extravagance, let's go ahead and draw 2. And a 6. That's perfect. Then we can activate Kozmo Town. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add my tin can to hand. Oh, I didn't take damage. That might be a Nexus issue. Let me think. I'll go into my tin can. I really want to use its effect of Banish, specifically so I can hit off the multi-roll. If the face down's a trap card, then it won't matter. But if it's the well, let's look at that, because I don't need to worry about it. Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and hit into his Sky Striker. Oh. I don't really have anything you can activate right with that. So we'll go end phase. Striking. Okay, he's gonna go into Kagari. Fortunate part is I can't really. I can still remove the multi-roll if I use Kozmo Joe on Eclipse. He's gonna go ahead and use Engage to get plenty of cards. Engage back, that's fine. Use Engage, that's fine. If you can't target a card effects, you're just going to be discarding a bunch. Oh, God. Yep, that's still fine. I'll return a banished one to the hand, being Dark Lady. I'm also going to pull a very risky tactic. I like having all these in my hand, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle all 4 and just see what I can get. If I get into a morning, that could be pretty good, but ooh, tin can. Ooh, but I do get a straw man. Yeah, I don't have any more banished ones. That's the unfortunate part. I could go. Okay, here's my plan. Go tin can. That was not part of it, but cool. Guess battle just hit into its Sky Striker ace. Ray comes back, that's fine. Ray goes into another one. I'm almost positive he has a Ray in hand, so it just doesn't really matter. As long as I can keep my one Kozmo on the field, there isn't much that he can really do. Oh, that just confirms that he has a Ray in hand. Ace 0, go ahead and Ace 0. Set 1, nothing really happens. I want to win by battle, but honestly, if I have to burn it out just because just due to the amount of cards he has, that's fine. Don't have any banished ones. Yeah, let's try to going into another tin can. Gonna negate it. Whoa, that's something new. Okay. Go banish the tin can. We're gonna go ahead and get out our... Going to our dog fighter, because I think I still have one. Yeah, I still have it. Then we're going to Kozmo Joe, our dog fighter. We're going to banish a card from his field. We're going to go ahead and banish his Shizuku. And dog fighter's effect engrave. He's going to get Ray out, which is fine. There's just more resources he's going to have to burn. But it doesn't matter, because now we have a Dark Lady. So now, if he wants to go ahead and try and use Ray's effect, it's just gonna get negated. While we're at it, I'm going to return Farm Girl and Tin Can. Let's try to get a higher level in our hand, or that is actually better than a level 5 or higher. I'll gladly take that. Alright, let's go to the battle. Hit into Ray. And then finish it off with a Dark Lady. Yeah, that's fine. Unfortunate, but it's fine. Go into main phase 2, go to end phase. Let's roll, we'll activate. And I'll go ahead and take back my Dark Lady. I still have a monster negate in the very end. Well, never mind. Use Kozmo Morning. Don't think he can really do anything like after that. He could use that. Oh, he's not going to destroy the Dark Lady. Alright. When effect. Burial good. Then he's gonna try and go into Ray. Fine. Fine. I only just got home. Give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that. So he went to a high speed roid using his Ray and Jet Synchron. Okay, so really nothing. Cool. At this point, it's just death. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just remove his right there versus one of his machines. Yep. Manage 2, Speedroid, and that. And so now, even though he might take my Dark Lady, it frankly doesn't matter. Can I actually probably use... Yeah, let's go ahead. Strawman effect, take 500, get a Dog Fighter. That's unfortunate. Dog Fighter comes back. And yeah, that's just game right there. So, Dark Eclipse, attacking. And that's Sky Striker when it has engage versus Kozmo. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. As you see, I really did not even use my extra deck. I didn't have a need to. Ironically, I could have still done Nova into Infinity. Comment down what you guys want to see next. Have a great day. Peace out.